Hey guys, how we doing? Josh with JF Trading. Hope today's going well. Interesting market, guys. As per usual, we are on our fifth leg higher on just absolutely zero volume. Very thin markets. Up on the screen right now, we have Pepsi Poison Water, I like to call it. All-time highs. All-time highs. Pepsi and Coke both trading at these levels. If you guys can see, this is a very familiar chart. And funny enough, on the majority of these big names, on August 24th of 2015, you can just see these gigantic tails. And that's a real tail for anyone who's wondering. That was the actual price action on the day. JetBlue had an even crazier move. You should check that one out. But this thing has been trending solidly since the lows of Jesus, back down here in 2011, basically all the way up to where we're at right now in 2017. Quite the move. We're seeing a lot of stocks similar to Pepsi, Coke. All of these guys, all these big retailers, these beverage companies are posting phenomenal gains. Same with the beer producers. Interesting in that regard. Let's jump over to PBYI. Puma is doing its thing again. I remember this big collapse here we had back in 2015. That's when I was pretty heavily involved. Very active trading, doing a couple million shares a day. We're coming right up to this level right here in the 72, 73 dollar range. That's obviously a key level of resistance, as it held this point here back in September of last year. So let's see if we can get a continuation. We've had three pretty silly candles to the upside. The first one was the most ridiculous, biggest range, and then we've just been gapping. So definitely some significant interest in the stock. It's a low floater. We're only really trading a couple million shares a day, and we're getting these $30 moves. Pretty drastic. These are the types of positions that can really blow you out and screw you real good. And I'm talking, losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the blink of an eye, like no problem at all. But let's pull up the SPYs here, guys. You can follow. I wish I can get this perception thing a little bit. It's a little messed up here. Let's see if I can work on this. Sorry, bear with me for 1 second. So, all right, I'm just messing it up even worse. Sorry, guys. So the SPYs are on a fifth leg higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you can see, we've had just a slow trend down in volume. We're at 30 million shares right now, about 40 minutes left in the day, and that is incredibly low. I can tell you that the SPYs on my Thinkorswim, let's see how many trades we've placed, 107,000. We are below freaking U.S. Steel, and wow, that's pretty funny actually. That's also been another stock that's been in the news lately. It's been moving quite drastically. With gold, I might add. So let's pull up gold real quick. Gold had a nice move intraday when they announced the Fed's going to be raising the base rate, I believe. Let me see if I can pull this article up here. Fed officials signaled they could lift their benchmark rate in June. The minutes from the previous meeting showed. So we had this pretty big flush out here. We had a pop higher, then a big flush out, and now we're kind of just trailing back up to that 1258 upper level here on that resistance. If you can see, that is let's see what that is actually. I'm not even quite sure. So that is, okay, that's the fan from the lows back down here in December of last year. So we're right up on that level, as you can see. Trades pretty well with it. You could probably put a pivot right about this level, but there's also the linear regression right there, so that takes care of that. Let's see if we can crack this 1259 level. Next shot would easily be 1264, and then above into the 1270s would be uncharted territory for gold. Hasn't been up there in a little bit. Let's see if we can get closer to those 1300 levels. Other than that, let's pull up crude real quick. Crude is having an inside day. To the downside, if you can see, we are holding $50. I mean, that's the relative good news. So we aren't to the point yet where it seems like this could be a short. We're kind of trying to figure out price discovery here, whether or not crude will trade higher or lower. I believe the announcement out of OPEC is tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Pretty above average, minorly above average volume. Nothing crazy though. This is the futures contract. So if you want, you could actually even put a pivot right here at this level, just because we have had a relative high. We have an inside day to the downside here. So let's see if we can get above that $52 almost to the dot level. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the analysis. Had a busy day on my end today. Haven't done a lot of trading as much as I'd like to. I've actually established a pretty nice long position here in Vert. I'm long a few thousand shares down in the 15s, so I will be swinging this thing for quite some time. I really think Virtue is a phenomenal long-term play. They're a relatively new stock to the market, and they're only going to be acquiring more and more market share in the market making segment of the trading business, which has been shrinking and consolidating for quite some time. And I think once those companies will achieve economies of scale, they'll be able to make markets for a little cheaper. And they have some legislation coming out, and they're super deep with the SEC. I'm sure there's a lot of collusion going on, but in a business sense, it's good for business. So I like the stock long. Got a good price as well. I think the $15 level is a good price to own. Seeing as $12 is the all-time low. Keep you posted on that, guys. Why don't you follow that? Thanks for watching. Comment down below if you'd like to recommend a stock. Also, if I messed anything up, please bring that to my attention. These videos are done live every day, so I could say some stupid shit. Anything's really possible. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Sit on your hands. Best of luck trading. Don't blow up your account. I would be very upset, guys. Build the wall.